Hello, my name is Rob, owner of Stretch Therapy Vancouver. I specialize in the treatment of muscle imbalances. You might know me from classes I teach throughout Vancouver, but I'm also at two locations where I help my clients one on one. One here in South Surrey and one in Vancouver near VGH. Now, both locations have access to equipment to address both types of imbalances. Plus, of course, I have my treatment tables as well. We have two types of imbalances. We have a tightness imbalance and a weakness imbalance. So today we're going to talk about our neck and shoulders. And this happened to me last month, and it was so bad for a couple days I could not move my neck. And it was because my trapezius was tight, this big muscle here. It pulled on these weaker muscles, my neck muscles, and I couldn't. I was in bed. I had to like support my head to roll over, but I was able to resolve that in just a few days. Now it's a two-step approach. Two-step approach. We need to stretch the tight muscles. In this case, was the trapezius, and also strengthen the weaker muscles, which was this muscle on the back of the neck. Now, also the muscle in the front of the neck pull our head forward. So we might spend a lot of time in a desk, on meetings, playing video games. Maybe you're driving. Everything comes forward. Now that strains the back of the neck. That strains the back of the neck. But we might feel there's tightness there. So we might go for a massage. It might help for a bit, but everything comes forward again. So we need to stretch these tight muscles in the front and strengthen the weaker muscles, the lax muscles. So to help stretch these tight muscles, we're going to use the contract relax of PNF stretching for the front of the neck to start. Now, if you're new to PNF stretching, you're not quite sure what that means, you can start off with a hold relax technique, meaning just holding the stretch, trying to relax the muscles in that position. The contractions speed up the process. Now, I recommend low intensity contractions because if it's a tight dominant muscle, we don't want to make it even stronger. So I recommend contracting the muscle with the least amount of intensity. Now, when we're contracting the muscle, we're breathing normal. We're not holding our breath because that's going to cause things to tense up throughout the body. So we're always maintaining a circular breathing. Ideal contraction about 6 seconds, but I usually do a slow count from five. And then when we're done the contraction, it's called autogenic inhibition. Those muscles relax just a little bit, where you can now breathe out and adjust deeper into that position if you like. Then we disengage, and then this most important part, we rest, recover, and adapt. The contract relax technique is only recommended once or twice a week. We adapt, we improve, and then every time it gets easier and easier and easier. The hold relax technique you can practice every day if you like. So depending on maybe it's really, really tight, maybe you're a cyclist and all these neck muscles are tight, you cycle to work and then you're stuck at a desk all the time, maybe the muscles are really tight. Maybe you need to kind of mix it up a bit. If you have any questions, give me a call. Love to help you out. So we're going to think about these muscles in the front of the neck. Again, they pull everything forward. So how do we stretch these muscles? We do the opposite. We're going to look up towards the ceiling. That's going to now stretch out these neck muscles. Now, this is an interesting technique. I actually can't do it and talk at the same time. So I'm going to explain it, demonstrate it, and then we'll put it all together. So to stretch these muscles, we're going to look up towards the ceiling, like a baby bird. We're going to open our jaw. Our contraction, we're going to clench your jaw, point your chin to the ceiling. After contraction, big exhale, open the jaw, look up higher. When you're done the contractions, you don't immediately want to just shorten these muscles. I like to kind of lean forward and drop my head forward. Okay. If that doesn't make sense, just look up towards the ceiling and he'll stretch out the front of the neck without the contractions. Okay. So let's look up towards the ceiling. I call it the baby bird position. Good. Let's practice our contraction. Clench your jaw, point your chin to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale. Open the jaw, look up higher. Good. Let's practice that again. Clench your jaw, point your chin to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale. Open the jaw, look up higher. Good. Let's practice that one last time. Clench your jaw, point the chin to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale. Look up higher. Hopefully, you can feel these stretch on the front of the neck. We might notice these muscles in the back of the neck re-engaging. That's a good thing. They may not be used to working so hard, so they might start to tingle a bit. So let's drop our head forward. Okay, we stretch out the muscles in the front. Now let's stretch out these trapezius muscles. So we're going to place one hand to the low back. That's going to put that side into stretch and an added stretch here to the front of the scalenes. We can tilt our head in the opposite direction and we can adjust that head wherever you like. You can look up to get more into the front neck, you look down, get more in the back of the neck, whatever you like. Now, these muscles here will pull our head up to neutral. So that's going to be the contraction. Think about drawing your head up to neutral and then let that head sink down deeper into this position. To support the head, we're going to use the opposite hand. Now, you can just, again, practice the hold relax technique in this position. Try to find your tender point where you hold the most tension. For me, I'm looking down because it's in that posterior scalings, but you can adjust the head and neck wherever you like. You can practice this without the contractions or with the contractions. To remind you of the contraction, I'll let go of my head so you can see. We're trying to draw your head up, but support the head so it does not move up. After contraction, we're going to breathe out. We're going to sink the head down deeper into the stretch. If it's available, we're never forcing it. And let's just do two contractions. I find we have diminishing returns on this one. Okay, so support the head. Lightly engage these muscles on the side of the neck to draw your head up to neutral, but support the head so it does not move up. From 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale, breathe out. Allow the head to sink deeper into the position. You can adjust that head position if that feels better. Good. One more time, drawing the head up to neutral or just support the head. Enjoy that position from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale. Relax the side of the neck here. Good. Let's take that top support hand. Let's push our head up to disengage. Let's bring that back arm forward. Let's rotate our head side to side. Okay. That side feels limber. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. Hand across the low back. That way we get this added stretch here in the front. We're going to tilt our head in the opposite direction. And we're looking around to find where you hold tension. And maybe you can't find any tension. Great. You don't need to practice that. You're already good at this. Maybe just one side's tighter than the other. That's okay. You can go tight side, other side, come back to the tight side. We can support our head in this position. You can practice the hold relax technique without the contractions daily, regularly if you want. Contractions only once or twice a week at the most. Okay. Do you remember the contraction? Using these neck muscles to draw the head up to neutral, very lightly, but support the head so it does not move up. Let's practice that together, drawing the head up, but support the head so it does not move up. To breathe from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale, breathe out. As we breathe out, allow these muscles to lengthen, allow your head to sink deeper into the stretch. Good. Let's practice that one more time, drawing the head up to neutral, but don't let it move up. Do breathe as I count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale, breathe out. As we breathe out, sink the head down deeper and deeper into that position. Oh, yeah, good job. Okay, let's take that top support hand. Let's push our head up to disengage. Let's bring that back arm forward. Let's rotate our head side to side. Okay, now we want to think about the opposite muscles, now the weak muscles. We want all of our joints, all of our muscles working together evenly at the joint to stabilize. And that's really the key to long-term success. If one muscle's tight, the opposite muscle by definition is weak. And if we just stretch that muscle or go for a massage or something, then go back to our normal kind of position, everything's just going to go back into that. So we need the opposite muscles to keep that from falling back. Now, to help to strengthen the muscles on the back of the neck, there's a couple different ways to do it. Now, one way it was taught to me, you take a band, you place that on the back of the head, and you push the head back, kind of like this like chicken dance thing, pushing the head back. That's one way to do it if you have a band. Now, what we have around us is walls. Now, usually it's because we're forward so much, and because I'm driving in between the South Surrey location and the Vancouver location, I'm driving a couple hours a day. I notice my head's coming forward, and that's what triggered the whole issue with my neck. So I needed to strengthen these muscles back here. Now, I even did this in my car. I'm stopped at a red light and I'm going to push the back of the head to the headrest in my car. You can use a wall. Now, here's a mistake I see a lot of my clients that were working on improving their posture. What they do, I'll say, push the back of the neck to the wall and they look up this way. We don't want to do that. We don't want to look up. We want to think about tucking the chin, pushing the back of the neck to the wall. Great for posture, horrible for selfies, but start with this position here. Now, maybe your head's so far forward, we can't even touch the back of the neck to the wall. That's okay. Take a rolled up towel or something along those lines. I'll pretend that's a towel and then place that from there. Think about holding the towel to the back of the wall, and eventually you'll get the head back. Um, Continue to stretch the front and strengthen the back. So we can tuck the chin, push the back of the neck to the wall, and we can do little isometric contractions. Our stabilizers love isometric without moving. So I'm just gonna tuck my chin, push the back of my head to the wall. In five, four, three, two, and one. Gonna relax. Good. Let's practice that again. Tuck in the chin, pushing the back of the head to the wall from five, four, three, two, and one. Relax. Good. If that's too easy, we can push the head back from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. Good. We can practice that throughout the day. We can practice that in the car, pushing the back of the head back. Now, because these muscles are weak, they're going to fatigue really quickly. So you're going to dictate how long you push the back of the head for and how often you do it. Because they're weak, they're going to fatigue really quickly, and you start to feel some tingling. Okay, at that point, stop. Don't force it. Stop. And then next time, see how you feel, and then add a little bit more. It's called progressive overload, baby steps. So if you're did 3 sets of 5-second contraction, that was easy for you. Next time, in a couple of days, maybe do 4 sets, and then next time 5 sets, and then maybe from there you progress to 10-second contractions. If your head's too far away from the wall, use a towel and then make that towel smaller and smaller as you go. If you need any help, I'm available in South Surrey and Vancouver to help you out to address your specific needs. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.